Welcome back to Charlie's Kitchen. So, the last time I made those little mini peach cobblers, everybody was like sending me messages. And, because I didn't really show how I did it step by step, I just showed you guys the after of me making the mini peach cobblers. So, I'm going to show you step by step today how you make it in your own kitchen, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So basically your ingredients you're going to need is some nutmeg. I have my nutmeg here. You're going to need your vanilla extract. My daughter actually gave me this, so I don't know exactly where she got this brand from, but I also have some McCormick as well that you could get from the regular grocery store. I also have this one that I believe I got from Aldi as well. The Molina Mexican vanilla blend. So you can use whatever vanilla you want, but you're going to need some vanilla, okay? Today I'm going to use my granulated sugar, white sugar. Normally I use brown sugar when I'm doing this, but I don't have that today. And so I didn't want to run out to just get it. So we're going to do white sugar today, okay? And then I've already melted my butter because that's an important thing that you're going to need as well. Okay, the other ingredient you will need is cake mix, whatever kind you want. I'm using vanilla today. Sometimes I use lemon as well. But we're doing the Betty Crocker Super Moist Vanilla. Okay, and I got two packs here. I have more in my cupboard if I needed it. But let's go ahead and get started, okay? And you're going to need your peaches, if I didn't say that. Sliced peaches. So I have 3 cans already open. So we're going to go ahead and pour those in. Second can. And third can. Okay. Go ahead and toss these in the trash. And free up some space at the same time. Okay. So now we're going to, and if you're not a fan of nutmeg, because I noticed that a lot of people are not, the nutmeg is what gives the flavor to your peach cobbler, to be honest with you. But if you wanted to do cinnamon, I'm sure you could do that as well and see how that turns out for you. I just never use cinnamon. I always use nutmeg, okay? So that is an option for you too in this thing, in this recipe. I need to get some utensils. And I already got my oven on, so you're probably going to hear it going in and out. That's what it does as it's heating up. So I'm just kind of mixing in. And then we're going to go ahead and add our vanilla extract. And you're going to put just as much as you want. Now, I just kind of eye it for me. That's how much I want. So about 3 little, spills of vanilla. And that vanilla, you can really smell it. It's that good stuff. Thanks, Kay. That's my daughter. I That's that good stuff right there. So we're gonna go ahead and add the sugar. And I kind of just eye this as well. And when I tell you this is the simplest recipe right here, you know, obviously my crust is my cake mix. So you're not having to do any dough or anything, which is so amazing. Now what I'm going to do is just take a little of this and see if it's to the consistency that I want, or I should say taste that I want. And that's actually perfect. Absolutely perfect. Can't get no better than that. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my cake mix in here. And this is the one I had left over from when I made the mini peach cobblers. I had some left, so that's what I used first. Because I didn't have to use the big box. I was just closing up my sugar, you guys. I know you can't see what I'm doing, so you probably just hear noise or whatnot. So now I'm opening my other cake mix. And I hope you guys will try this and let me know what you thought. So now I'm putting on some more cake mix. And what I'm going to do now is use my fork, and I'm kind of just going to roll this cake mix through my peaches. And that way some of your cake mix goes to the bottom. And that's what I want. Okay? And then kind of when you finish that, cover up your peaches with your cake mix. And then we're going to put some more cake mix on here because I want a good amount of crust. And the cake mix is what's going to give you that. So I literally use 1.5 boxes of cake mix to do this right now. Okay, so I'm just going to spread it out evenly. And I find it more easier to do this with a fork. But by all means, do whatever feels comfortable for you. So now what we're going to do is add the butter. That's your last and final ingredient here, is to add the butter. And that's what's going to make the crust that you need. That buttery crust that's going to be oh so good. So you just kind of just gonna pour this on top. And what I tend to do after I do that is go ahead and sprinkle And it smells so good once you put that butter on top, because you can smell that cake mix, just those flavors from the cake mix coming out. So like what I was saying is, I go ahead and I sprinkle some more nutmeg on top. Okay, so if you're using the cinnamon, you can go ahead and omit this part and probably sprinkle cinnamon on top. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven for 350. I normally do between 45 minutes to an hour. I'll tell you the exact time once I take it out that this particular peach cobbler went for. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Very, very simple. It's going to be delicious and it's quick. Not a whole lot of time in the kitchen. As you all know, I'm not really a baker per se. That's not what I do. I cook. Okay, but I do know how to get myself around the kitchen and make certain things that my family loves. I make a mean caramel cake. This peach cobbler, everybody in my family loves. I make a mean brownie. If you want a little Belizean, I also make a Belizean lemon meringue pie. You know, so I could do my thing in the baking. I'm just not one that perfects it. You know what I mean? Because when you bake, you have to be exact with those measurements. And for me, you know, I'm not, it makes me nervous. Truth be told, it makes me nervous when I'm baking. I'm like, did I get 1/4? Did I get 1/3? And I'm questioning myself. When I cook, I don't do that. When I cook, I know to put a pinch of this, to put a pinch of that, and I just feel confident in the kitchen when I cook. When I bake, that's a whole nother situation. So if you feel the same way, put it in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna take y'all right in the oven with this peach cobbler so you can see. Now this might be a little dark for some of you guys, but I like it like this because I like a thicker crust on the top, and I like it to be crunchy when I go ahead and bite into it. I don't like a soft peach cobbler on the top. So I'm gonna let this bake for probably another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out. And then what I had to do too was add a little bit more butter on top, because it was some parts where the crust was looking a little dry, so I wanted that to get some color to it. So I added a little bit more butter. You might have to do the same thing. I just heated it up, took my peach cobbler out, and just put that butter on the top and then put it back in. So nothing, no biggie, nothing to it, just went ahead and did it. So I'll take this out in another 5 minutes and you'll see it in just a minute. Okay, the peach cobbler is done. I just took it out of the oven. So when you do this in your home, in your kitchen, you see when you see the edges bubbling up like that, that's how you know it's ready. And you can see the little sprinkles I did of the nutmeg right into the crust. You see how pretty that looks? That's what you want to see. Look at those edges right there. When I tell you this is going to be so good. Oh my goodness. Look how good that looks. So you can see the whole thing in one shot. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming right here to Charlie's Kitchen, where you know what Charlie is doing over here by now. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody, right? So yes, this is how I made my peach cobbler, you guys. The little mini ones. And I hope you'll do this in your kitchen as well. Tell me how it went when you do choose to do it. And make sure to like, subscribe, and share. It really does help the channel to grow. And that's what we're trying to do over here in Charlie's Kitchen. Again, you guys, I am Chef Charlie. Until next time, from my kitchen to yours. Bye-bye. Just as a quick side point, you guys, you can't have Charlie's peach cobbler without some homemade vanilla ice cream. So I already got the ice cream. You scoop that to the side and you're ready to go. Okay? So just wanted to give you that disclaimer. You gotta have the vanilla ice cream, everybody. You just gotta.